Okay, so it's the second week in the month of April, and we are going to look at the prices of the most commonly used building materials: cement, sandstones, woods, iron rods, and more, coming up next. All right, guys, so as at 13th April, the prices of building materials were just crazy, and so it took quite a while for me to make this video because I was depressed when I went around asking for the prices of the most commonly used building materials, especially cement. So we are going to leave cement for the last part of the video. Let's talk about iron rods. So as at 13th April, a ton of iron rods was selling for 7,500 Ghana cedis. Now, if you wanted an individual piece, you could get the 16 millimeters at 107 Ghana cedis, the 14 millimeters for 79.40 Ghana cedis, and the 12 millimeters for 50 Ghana cedis. If you wanted a 10 millimeter iron rod, it was selling for 37.40 Ghana cedis. The coil of binding wire, however, remained the same throughout the month of April, selling at 80 Ghana cedis. And that's good news because at a point in time, the ton of iron rods was selling for about 7,800 to 8,600. So this actually reduced, which was good news. Next, let's look at wood. Wood is something that has appreciated so much in price that it's just crazy, especially considering that we don't import wood in Ghana. But there were certain reasons that people gave when I went to interview them on why the prices of wood have gone up so much, and I'm going to explain that in an upcoming video. So if you haven't yet subscribed, kindly subscribe and turn on all notifications so you don't miss that particular video. So 2x2 wood is selling for 35 to 40 Ghana cedis. The 2x3 is selling between 45 to 55 Ghana cedis. 2x4 is selling between 60 to 75 Ghana cedis, and the 2x6 is selling between 80 to 120 Ghana cedis. Now the price ranges because usually when we are going around asking for the prices of building materials, we go and ask multiple merchants. So some are selling at the lower end, some are selling at the higher end, so it may differ based on your location. So for every material we are talking about, let us know where you are watching from, how much you purchase your materials for. Next, if you wanted the boards, goodness, the boards have increased, like the Wawa boards that you use for, you know, your pillars and all those things have moved. Last year I was buying it for between 45 to 60 Ghana cedis around the same time in April 2022. Today it's selling between 90 to 130 Ghana cedis, and that's just crazy. Now if you wanted a bucket of home champ paint, it's selling between 350 to 390 cedis. Now if you've been following this series quite closely, you know that previously it was selling between 320 to 380 Ghana cedis, and now it's selling between 350 to 390 Ghana cedis. So like I always say, if you want to build, this is the best time to start building because the prices of building materials in Ghana are always increasing. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is where we need to talk about the cost of cement. Now I felt very depressed when I went around to go and purchase the cement because on the 14th of April I needed to go and purchase about 20 bags of cement. Now when I was going, I had budgeted like 95 Ghana cedis for a bag of cement, right? So the 20 would have translated to 1,900 Ghana cedis. Ladies and gentlemen, when I went to buy the bags of cement, a bag of Gasem cement was selling at 110 Ghana cedis. Now you remember that the last update video we brought to you before this, a bag was selling at 100 Ghana cedis, and I was complaining so much. And now 110 Ghana cedis, that's just preposterous, that's ridiculous, that's mind-blowing. Like in a week the price of cement increases by 10%. That's crazy. And I did a lot of digging and I found where the price increases were coming from. And apparently the government of Ghana has slapped on the citizens 3 additional taxes. And usually when we do our TikTok live sessions on Saturday evenings, we have somebody who joins who works in the ministries, right? And this person holds a very big position in the ministry. So we put this question to her that day, that how come the prices of cement have increased? Because as at that time the dollar rate had reduced, fuel prices had reduced, right? But the price of cement was just increasing week on week. And this was her response. Very interesting. Please pay close attention. She said the government is in distress, which we all know, but we didn't know how bad it was, and because of that it needs to find ways to get money to sustain the economy, pay salaries, etc. And the easiest way, which for me I believe is a very lazy approach, is to tax the citizens, right? So these 3 additional taxes is a way to get in extra revenue for the government to be able to carry on its initiatives. And I also believe that this is also part of the conditionality for us to be able to get the IMF, bailouts that we are looking for, because we need to be able to prove that we have the capacity to pay back. And this is crazy because it's making the country very difficult for the ordinary Ghanaian. Right now, it's going to be almost impossible for anybody who earns less than 5,000 cedis a month to build a house. And if you even earn 5,000 Ghana cedis, it's probably going to take you 5 to 10 years to build a house. If you want a minimum 3-bedroom house in Ghana today, it's going to cost you anywhere upwards of 500,000 Ghana cedis because of the price of cement. Let me explain. Cement impacts everything, right? Cement will increase the price of blocks. They use cement to mold the blocks. Recently, I heard the Rent Association of Ghana, like the Landlord Association of Ghana, people who rent their houses and apartments, have also decided to increase the prices of their rent that they are charging for accommodation and all that because the price of cement has gone up. And this is going to make life extremely difficult for most people. In fact, we had a session with somebody who was a teacher. He had a plot of land at OEB and he wanted to build, and he came to us and said his budget is 100,000. And I told him it's not possible. In today's Ghana, maybe 3-4 years ago, you could have done a 1-bedroom or a chamber and hall for 100,000. Today, Ghana, you can't. It's not possible. Right, especially with cement sitting at a 110 Ghana cedis for the 42.5 R grade Gasem cement. Dangote is matching Gasem closely, and they are also selling their cement at 110 Ghana cedis. So the cheaper alternative that you are going to get is going to be between Jata and Simaf. So that day I decided not to buy the Gasem. I rather bought Jata, and Jata was given to me at 100 Ghana. So I couldn't buy the 20. I bought 10 for 1,000 Ghana cedis. This is crazy. 1,000 Ghana cedis a year ago would have bought over 20 to 25 bags of cement. That's how terrible the situation is. And Simaf is also selling at 100 Ghana cedis, but you could get Jata some places for about 98 Ghana cedis. So that helps you to make an informed decision, right? And I also believe that these are the times where we need to start exploring alternative building materials. And so click on this video where we interview somebody who does interlocking bricks for people, and you can save 30% on the cost of your building. Thanks, Bebre.